Hey everybody, Roy here at Dice Tower East. I'm out front with the Dice Tower van, and I'm about to run my Teach and Play Off event for Last Light. So basically this is where I decided I want to teach basically Dice Tower East, and the crew at the Dice Tower asked me if I could do a Last Light event, and I was like, hey, I could teach a bunch of people the game and then have like a mini little tournament where the 8 players from that game end up playing against each other to win some trophies and like some win a copy of Last Light and maybe some little Last Light swag and stuff like that. So I'm super excited to teach a whole bunch of people the game. The event sold out. It's gonna be 32 people, and then there's like a waiting list of like 13 people as well. I'm super excited to get into it, but I want to show you guys a little bit of the footage of what that looked like and how it went along. So I better get in there and get that set up. So here is the sign for the event, Last Light Teach and Play. And then also over here they have a hey, the event's happening now. And then inside this room, which might currently be locked, they're going to be setting up all of the tables. So let's take a look. So they're currently setting up all of the round tables to get everything ready for our Teach and Play. Let's do this. Here's basically all the games I have in boxes. And the trophies that I actually had made. I was super stoked. We have our first place trophy and our second place trophy and our third place trophy. I'm really happy with how these came out. And I'm super excited to be giving these away. All right, and here is the prizes. First place gets a copy of Last Light. Second place, we're doing a copy of Last Light with some Nebula dice, a upgraded star. This isn't the light up one, but it's a little bit bigger one. And then some 3D printed player trays. And then third place will get the promo faction stuff that was only for the Kickstarter backers, the star, and some Nebula dice. But I'm super excited to see who gets it. All right, so I am setting up. They are getting all the tables still set up in here, but I am setting up the copies of Last Light for everybody to start playing, and then I'll be up there teaching everybody how to play the game while it happens. All right, so we are setting up the more of the Last Light copies here, and I have the, what is your title, event coordinator? Or like, yes, helping me set up all of our copies of Last Light. But yeah, we're super excited. We should have a lot of people playing the game, so we will get a little bit of footage of that here real soon. All right, and boom, just like that, 8 copies of Last Light set up in, you know, roughly around 30 minutes. So when people say it takes a long time to set up, I set up 8 copies, you know. But I did design the game, so I don't really have to look at the rule book. So there is that. But I'm excited to see what this place looks like with people packed. All right, people are coming in and things are starting to fill up, trying to get all of our tables full here. We have a few people waiting to see if they can get in games also. Stoked to make it happen. You're gonna roll 1 die in combat. Then it has defense of 1. That means it takes 1 hit for it to be knocked out. And then all of your ships only have 1 movement. On rolling a special symbol on the combat dice. There's a symbol on the dice that looks like a little card, and on that, if you roll that, that's when you trigger that ship ability in combat. So the more ship abilities you get, the better your ships have, and it applies to all of your ships of that size. Actually set it. And then the last thing here is that we all have our planetary achievements. So everybody has 4 cards that kind of match different planets. All right, so here we are in full swing. Everybody playing their games, the first couple rounds going on. 8 games at the same time, making it happen here at Dice Tower East. All right.
This one, the first one.
All right. We have to go to we have finished a round. Yeah, next card will all refresh
Yeah, so only the refresh goes back into your hand. If you actually played refresh, then of course you've got all your cards before that.
refresh.
All right, everybody, deep in strategy and trying to knock each other out, trying to win some of these trophies and make it happen. But yeah, we had full tables. We had a bunch of people waiting before, but after the teach, they all ran out. So maybe they're going to go grab the copy of Last Light out of the library and play it. But hey, super excited to have our 32 people here playing Last Light at the same time. All right, lots of things going on here. Some players are in deeper rounds who are a little bit got more going on, and then I've been helping people get through all of their rounds of the game, seeing who's going to end up coming out victorious in this thing. Let's see if we can make it happen. All right, the Deshard here. Have a couple light. Uh-oh. We got a ton of resources over here. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. All right, there is a pileup in the middle of the star system here. Everybody's going at it. When that board rotates, if there's no more combats, there's gonna be a lot of light handed out, but I'm sure somebody's gonna get knocked out of there. All right, our first game of Last Light is done. So we have our winner here, Ryan. Woo! But yeah, how did it go, guys?
A lot of fun.
Lots of combats, or were you guys pretty peaceful? Or
Towards the end, I just
Until we came into the end.
It was pretty peaceful except him.
oh,
I was
So it was the warmonger.
so Charlie was the warmonger.
Yeah, trying.
But he was right, because I had like 7 ships in the middle.
Well, yeah, having ships in the middle. I told you, don't let somebody else sit in the middle. You want to be the one that's in the
I
middle.
got there with a large ship and a medium ship, and I couldn't quite get all of them out. But
Oh, that's
it was pretty
awesome.
satisfying to see what it's a combat.
Well, we have a bunch more games still going on. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, no,
All right, finishing up another game here. It looks like the Yulnir ended up getting a bunch of technologies and making it happen, I think. But we shall see. There's still a couple combats left. What is the scores here? We're at 20, and we have 12.
I'm at 3.
3, you're doing great.
No, so good.
You almost had it.
I'm at 10.
And then 10. So super close games here, trying to make it happen. All right, we have another game finished up. How did you guys' game end up going? Like,
It was very easy to start playing the game, and the rules are so easy to learn.
it's when you have a good teacher, right? That's really what it was.
Obviously, the best teacher. The designer of the game is the best
Yeah,
teacher.
you guys really got into it. There's ships all over the middle of this board.
Yeah.
there was more.
Lots of big ships. There was more.
I
Someone's
moved
ships.
in 6 ships over there, destroyed everybody. We all refreshed at the same time. Got 6 light, and then I'm done. I don't want to be there anymore.
Yeah, there you go. Got in there, took some out, and then ran away. Awesome. But hey, you made it to 20 light. That's what counts.
Cool.
But yeah, so
That was fun.
another game matched up here, and Carl has taken it. Kind of beast everything out. Lots of combat in this one.
Yeah, no, there was.
Here is our Last Light winners list. Ryan, Brian, Robert, Mike, Ricardo, Christina, Carl, and Laura. Let's get into it. All right, we're setting up our 8-player game, and everybody is explaining the aliens that they are having for our big showdown.
I'm the Aruna. When you command, you always move last regardless of turn order.
Control 2 green planets, you may exhaust this card to gain.
So if he controls 2 green planets, he can exhaust it to gain a light. So it's really good. Yep.
My ship may each hold 1 extra ship mod technology.
Yep, so small ships can hold 2, which is really good.
I'm the Meglymph. I gain a light anytime I destroy an enemy extractor.
Good. Cephalin. When you place an enemy ship in your graveyard, you may return it to its owner and gain the resources used to construct it.
Nice.
Nebulan, when you command, you may spend a basic resource. If you do, skip a single ship's movement and place it in any sector of this current ring.
And then the 8-player game is going to play the same as the 4-player game did. It's just there's going to be a lot more planets to go after and a lot more people to squabble over for everything. But with 8-player games especially, after you choose your card, we'll do thumbs up. Once everybody has their thumb up, then we will activate those actions. And you can always select your next card, but we're not going to actually activate them until after everybody has chosen theirs and has their thumb up. So let's get into it. All right. Everybody is starting to explore space and seeing how they can get into it. And the players are here playing off to win trophies. We have our 8-player game in full swing. Looks like we are waiting on the purple player to pick their stuff, but looks like everybody's ready to go, and we are going for our next card. right, so we are in the middle, full swing of our big game. And I feel like we did the teach for everybody. This is the first time I've ever taught so many people the game at one time. We taught 32 different people. We had like a bunch of people waiting, wishing they could get into the game. And it makes me a little bit sad we weren't able to get even more players into it. But I really wanted that 8 players playing, then those 8 players coming in and then playing against each other, and only teaching 4-player games for the first round, just so that way it was easier for people, because most of the tables we had 2 players that knew how to play the game. Everybody else was all new to the game. So, but both of those players that already played are in the game here. So we will see if they're able to mix it up and hold their title as everybody is facing off against each other. So I'm super excited to see how this turns out, and they get to win some of these cool prizes, a copy of the game and these trophies that I made out, which I'm super excited about for people being able to get a chance to win.
You're welcome.
Anybody else feel coming off?
All right, so we have a ton of combat going on. Red is maybe in the lead, but yellow is catching up.
Definitely red. Definitely red.
With lots of distractions back and forth.
Very different now.
The green strategy is to have the behemoth green large ship in the middle and keep it there the entire game. But yeah, we are making it happen here with our gigantic 8-player game. All right, so we have 23,
Ricardo, how many do you have?
and then
10. You got me.
15, and then
Good job, everybody.
10 over here. Awesome. All right. Orange was the winner with how many points? You had 23 points, and then 15 here, and then who ended up having Ricardo. Awesome. Good job, everybody. We have trophies for you. So you get a first place trophy and a copy of the game. So this is the retail version of the game. We create a nice deluxe version. But second place, some dice and an upgraded star as well, and a second place trophy. So we'll have this. I know it doesn't do a whole lot of good without the copy of the game, but hey, hopefully you get it. So now, since you have a copy, we now have some upgrades. And then, whoops, for the last, third place, we have some dice and some promo aliens as well, and a third place trophy. Awesome. I would love to get a picture of all 3 of you guys holding your little trophies up.
Campaign bottle so I can celebrate.
Third place. That's awesome.
I had a game scheduled for 5 told I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna be able to like.
We ended up playing this in 53 minutes was what the total was for the whole thing. So able to beast out super quick 8-player game. All right, so we have our winners, first, second, and third. Thank you guys so much for playing in our Teach and Playoffs. I hope you guys had fun. In the elevator, taking everything back to the room. It was an amazing event, had a ton of fun. It was cool teaching so many people at the same time. It was just cool seeing the winners so excited as well. But yeah, it was a blast. The fact that we played an 8-player game in 58 minutes or something along those lines was super cool too, just showing how quick even those 8-player games can go. Anyway, better get this stuff loaded. See you guys next time.